Hey everyone, how's it going out there? Alrighty, let's see, get some chat here. Okay, let's see who is all in here. And of course, the evil twins lurking in the shadows there. And go ahead and put that back up there so I can get the other one. Made a boo-boo on that one. There we go. We have Phelan Clan Wolf is here, Burning Hearth Homestead, Andrew Barker, Meg Barker, Uncle Al, Tibor, Heaven's Essentials. Hey, Scott, how's it going? Looks like I caught you at a slow moment there in the crane. Let's see here. All right, guys, what is on your mind? Tell you what's on my mind. I just got putting up a new child-proof gate downstairs to keep the grandkids in the living room and out of the kitchen. The middle one, Aiden, he's 3 1/4, 3 1/3. Figured out that he could. The child gate there had a little latch on it that you would a spring-loaded latch. You push it over, then you have to lift the gate open to open it. Well, we'd also put some couple boards on it, 1x4s, and some plastic lattice up because he about 6-8 months ago found out he could drag one of the dining room chairs over to it, climb over it to get into the kitchen. So we put the lattice work on it, and that kept him from getting through there until he realized, hey, I'm strong enough, I can lift the gate up. And he started closing it for us. And we'd go through it and he could grab it and close it for us. Then he realized, hey, I can close it with one hand. I can use the other hand on the latch, and I can pull the latch and lift the gate up. And yeah, so this last week he's been, getting out on us. So I put a new gate in there, 4-foot high sheet of nice sanded plywood. We're going to paint it up, but it's all nice and smooth. Cut a little hole in the bottom for the cats to go under, and put a latch way down where he can't reach over to get it. And we can just reach over and unlatch one of those little hook latches, and we just unhook it, screen door hook or whatever you want to call it, and we can go through easily. And he can't do that for a while. His older brother has no interest in opening the gate, figuring out how to open up the gate. But so yeah, that's what I'm doing. I just finished that before I came up here to start this, and I got to work some stuff up. Got to put a new gate up here. We started swapping around trying to make them fit, but the one down there wouldn't work up here, and it's a big hassle. But so I got to put the original gate I had up here on this room up here to keep them in their playroom and out of my room in here where I got all my stuff. All righty. So Scott's up in the air in a crane. Heaven's Essentials is having coffee. And you give him a week before he figures it out. Now we figured out, we put it down below where he can reach over it standing on a chair. We took that into consideration. Basically, my daughter can barely reach it when she reaches over, so Aiden is not going to be able to reach it. All right, Burning Hearth Homestead. Yes, it is worth it. And actually, what I need to do, I was going to do that, and I forgot to put it on my list here. Video topics, scroll up here. How to, add the one in here. I got to do one on how to get your ham license the easy way. I used to teach the what's called ham cram. Basically, it was a one day class where you'd go in, start in the morning, and 8 hours later, if you were paying attention and you did the homework, we'd send out the people that signed up for it. We'd send out a thing from the study beforehand, and if they did their homework, they passed and got their license. And I even did it with the Boy Scouts. So I had some young scouts, Boy Scouts, getting their ham license. Of course, that one I ran I ran it. The class is shorter and ran it for 3 Saturdays, and I had a good success rate on those scouts getting their ham radio license. Okay, that is, change this around. Ham radio license license. So I'm going to do a. I'll do one on it. And actually, I'll put up. I'll put up the on the Asset Center's web page. I'll put up the pool of questions for you to study from, so you can just download it. And I'll do it the same way I did for the Scouts and the other classes. To basically, I'll take the pool of questions is like 180 questions. The test questions is 35 of the questions from that list, randomly picked, and they're multiple choice. Well, what I do is I eliminate all the wrong answers. So you look at it and you wind up associating the answer with the question. And so when you take your license, boom, you know it's fairly easy so long as you read through it multiple times before you go and take your test. There are some sites on the that are up there. I don't have them off the top of my head right now. I got them saved on my other hard drive, my portable hard drive. So I'll have to plug it in, and I'll have that in the ham radio thing I'm going to do online video I'm going to do for it. So, all right, Mama Z's. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so, hey, Uncle Al. All right, Uncle Al, Hidden Valley Homestead is Scott with 1 T, S-C-O-T. That's Scott. That's my twin brother from another mother. And because we've both been in law enforcement, we've both been operating engineers. He used to run an upholstery shop, and my mom made me go to the upholstery classes she was doing at the adult education when she was reupholstering all the chairs and stuff we had in the house. So I helped her on that. So, and Scott and I have a few other. We're living in California. I've already made the move up here to Idaho, and he's bought property up in Idaho, and he's getting out of the state later this year. Hopefully, he's hoping to get out of there by September, I believe. Isn't that right, Scott? So he has a chance to get up there and do a little more work up there on this place. Really cool place, off grid. If you haven't had a chance to check out Hidden Valley Homestead, check him out. He's got a great video he just put out, about giving a tour of his place up there. And he's got some other ones back showing the place in the wintertime and, times he's done up there and stuff. So it's really cool. Thanks, Tibor. So everybody, thumbs up. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. All righty. So anybody have anything on their minds at all? Well, something else that I noticed, we still got snow on the ground. It was when I ran into a Home Depot this morning at 7:30 this morning and got the sheet of plywood. Hey, Will, how's it going? Actually, I'm going to do this. Put that in here. Anybody wants to come up on here and partake in the fun up here? There's the link. Of course, Scott's working and listening. So, yeah, but there's some real other stuff going on. So basically, it was 29 degrees when I went into Home Depot this morning. And it's been freezing every night. The last couple of days, it's got above freezing. And I'm trying to read the chat and kind of think, okay, so, but it's interesting since there's still snow all over on the ground and stuff. I don't know where they came from, how they got in the house, but for the last 2 days, there's been a couple flies in the house, big ones. It's like, where the heck they come from? The only thing I think is that across the street, Brandon has his pigs up already and in their thing over there. And so I have a feeling the flies are coming over from over there. So that means Once we have temperatures pretty much above it, I got to put out my special fly traps. And here I go. Yeah, so I can show you how the special fly traps work real easy. You get a bottle such as this, you know, nice and simple. You take a knife on the side right here. You make a couple cuts. Let me make the little cuts here. Show you. So I make an X cut, and then I just push it in a little bit so it's open enough for the flies to get in. How well you can see that. Get over here. So right here, so it's just big enough for the flies to get in. But so when I cut the X, I push the pieces inside so the flies can get in. Well, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill it up, you know, a couple inches on the bottom here with water, or some drippings from my pan or something. I'm going to put in some pieces of go to the store, get some liver and put in there, and so I'll have cut up pieces of liver, so it'll start fermenting and smelling, and it'll be like ambrosia to the flies, and they'll go crawl inside, but they won't be able to get back out again. Of course, then once they're in there and they die, they add to the concoction, and it draws more flies and more flies. And every now and then, I will have to just go out there and add half a cup of water to it as it starts to dry out. But it works really great. And you get a bunch of those, and you hang them about 50 to 75 feet away from your house, or between you and where you know the flies are coming from. So I'll put like 3 or 4 across the front of the property in the lilacs, so that when the flies trying to come over from the hogs, they hit that and go in there, and that's it. All right, Scott says new info for all of you. Hey, Lori, it's Lori, Queen of the North. I know who dubbed you that, Lori. But yeah, so that's an real easy way to make a fly trap, and it works really good. And the reason I say you want to put it 50 to 75 feet away from the house, because that does begin to smell a little bit, because it draws the flies. So, all righty. All right, Scott, what's the new info for us for all? You're teasing us, Scott. Oh, Steve, Course Center Trainers. That's right. Why isn't this? Appears I got a malfunction here, and something working here. Oh, one of my keyboards is malfunctioning. Huh. All right. So let's see here. Go ahead and do it this way here. So we got to wait for 10 minutes. Okay. So Scott's been teasing us. Okay, there we go. Hey, Jay. So I don't see. Nope, Steve's not lurking yet. He won't show up probably for another 45 minutes. So everybody, what's on your mind? All righty. So nobody wants to say what's on their mind. Well, I can tell you one thing though, folks. If you feel absolutely any sort of a regular cold, not flu, cold coming on, hit it hard, hit it early. Get your vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, all of the fun stuff, your zinc stuff. I'm not a doctor, but this is what I take. I love it. Your Mucinex, whatever else it is you want to take. Kill that cold quick before it lowers your immune system. So, got to go to the walking clinic, not wanting to, no choice. We'll be wearing, good, Lori. Yeah, wear your PPE and freak everybody else out. Watch them all vacate the place, and you'll have to be able to walk right to the front of the line. EW dropped out of the race. Yep, there's Will popping in here. There we go. Let's see here. I better get my earpiece in here. I actually have someone else in here. Hey, Uncle Al's
trying. That was my problem. Yeah, I had to find my earpiece.
Yep, and Uncle Al's here. Hey guys.
Hey, Uncle.
Hey guys. Did somebody say somebody dropped out?
Yeah, EW, and Scott put EW equals Pocahontas.
Okay.
Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, I'm just.
Oh darn! Oh darn! I was really hoping that she'd run and be the candidate. That way, she would lose really easy. Hey, Brastard.
Hey. Yeah, I'm just waiting for my ride. I gotta go to doctors like Lori.
Yeah, Lori's heading over to the clinic too. Hey, Kathy's here. Yeah, snuck by me when I was looking away.
Hey, Kathy.
The chat just rolled up when I was messing. Eggers and bacon rolled in here.
I gotta get my bigger screen up. See all the little letters going by.
1 second. I'll be right back.
Laura's saying that they don't need EW up there in Canada.
Yeah, she's one of those.
Sweater she wears. Oh.
Socialist.
See 16 watching. Yeah, I got 16 watching and I got 8 likes. Oh, I guess nobody likes me. Oh man.
You don't have a thumbs down?
Yeah.
Nope, no thumbs down. You're doing okay.
Oh, 10 likes. Okay, it's growing again. Hey. All right. So oh, Jay, that would be so hilarious. There are specifically 5 of the elitists I want to come down with it. One who was one who was in charge of that debacle at the embassy under the abomination. The other one is her shooting Parker, old Chucky boy. And then the other one is Ms. Plastic Surgery. I'm going to leave the other two up in the air. I got a couple of other prime choices for the other two. But yeah, because I unofficially heard a rumor from the place I used to associate with quite a bit that certain health officials and put in place by the abomination are purposely giving out misinformation on what the public needs to do to prepare for the red dragon. And the part of the rumor is that someone picked up on a memo being passed around that they're going to wait till things get really bad, and then they're going to blame Make America Great Again for the problem of not reacting, and saying that he told these health officials to say there was no problem. Hey, Dave.
Hi, Lou.
So if you can figure out that cryptic message, yeah. So yeah, those are the 5, 7, 8 people that are in charge of that debacle on the demon side that are trying to hang out the one person that's trying to make the country great again. And yeah.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah. And that include there is in that group 2 demons in Republican clothing. If you get what that is.
Oh yeah.
And evidently that's becoming a problem here in Idaho, especially in North Idaho. You get some of these demons coming over from Washington, and then they run for a county office or whatever, claiming to be a Republican when they're not.
Hi, Grumpy.
Remember who's the famous one that keeps jumping from party to party and is a billionaire?
Oh, the one that made his money off of
The one that just
telling
dropped out.
everybody to hate the system that made him his money.
Yep. That guy jumped so many times. Wasn't he a communist at one time?
He still is.
Oh, Lord.
And it's like, I swear he's going to be he's trying to get the lead in the next sequel of Weekend at Bernie's.
Probably. You know what's really scary is he spent $6 billion to disarm America. Yeah. That's more than the guy with the paintbrush on his nose spent in Germany.
Yep.
But it was Reichsmarks. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Gil?
Yeah.
Are you getting nervous for the beard, or you got still time?
I have a couple of Sikh masks that will go. They go underneath and they seal all around the entire face and eyes. They are hazmat rated. So I don't have to shave at all. I got to shave down here, keep it smooth down here, and right here on the sides. Of course, I do that anyways. Just down here, just when it gets wrong, it just down there, bugs me.
Shave underneath my chin. The mask gets right underneath there.
I'm taking no chances, guys, because I see the CDC's chart and odds. And you know me, I like to be an actuary and figure out the math.
Yeah.
And the chart is not good.
Guess what, Uncle Al? We're friggin' old, If we're gonna die, we're gonna friggin' die.
Yeah, same here, but I don't like to take chances, guys.
Okay. Oh, well, there's a little bit of good news overseas on it. Last night during Dave's live, Italy was at 3,089 cases. They haven't increased. They've been increasing hundreds every day. And they have not increased since yesterday afternoon. We've gone up since yesterday afternoon, about 10 or so.
Yeah.
We're still at 11 deaths and 8 recovered, which unfortunately gives us a 57.9 death rate.
Isn't it California's already stated an emergency?
I don't know.
State of emergency or something like that.
I know Washington has, but I believe from what I've been hearing from some of my sources back there in the California state government, if they haven't, I know this was going on for the last 2 weeks. That
okay, I gotta go, guys. My ride's here.
All right, Al.
All right.
That Governor Nuisance was told not to declare it by the Democratic Party, because California is one of the biggest red states around, and they don't want the red state to have to declare an emergency yet.
I think I read that on an article or something this morning.
Yeah.
That they did. They called it a state of emergency.
It probably got so bad they had to, because they actually had a death in California yesterday. And, once they have that, it's kind of hard for them not to declare it.
I know Washington State is in a state of emergency. But I heard this morning, I read an article that said that California was going to call one today.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. I mean, it's like looking at the numbers here on some stuff like Italy, because they were climbing so fast in the last couple of days. But they're at a 27.9 death rate right now, but it's dropping as more people are recovering over there. They're really putting the effort into getting people recovered and quarantining them. So, but their death rate is dropping. 2 days ago, it was 33%. Now it's 27.9. So it's dropping. Ours is increasing in California, at least. Or no, that's the U.S. For the whole U.S. Ours is increasing. There are too many friggin' county, state, and federal people put in place during the abomination that are saying, "Oh, nothing to worry about. Don't wear a mask. Masks don't do any good. Don't wear masks," which is full of BS.
I gave Mike get a mask this morning, told him to wear it at work because he works in the public.
Yeah, which is really funny during the abomination time when they had the bird flu, swine flu, and the SARS and stuff was all doing its crap and everything throughout his. It was like, wear a mask, everyone wear masks. And now they're saying, oh, don't wear a mask, don't wear a mask. Can you tell what they have planned?
Oh, my son, he handles money in people's face. He wears a cashier thing. So it's better to be safe than sorry, I figure.
Okay, let me throw the link back up here. All right, Scott, the link's in the chat here. I missed your request for it a couple minutes ago, but there's the link in there. What is it? 86 countries. Give me a second here. Let me drop this sheet down and do a quick count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Oh, I hear you there, Lori.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23,
Give her a
24, 25. 25 that have just one in it. 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32,
better to be safe than sorry.
36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77,
81,
78,
82,
82,
83,
83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. I got 97 countries listed here that have confirmed cases.
Pretty soon everybody will be told just to stay indoors.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were saying in Washington. If you can't, if you don't have to go to work, don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't go to the grocery store. Don't do this. Don't do that. Now, what's so funny is there are two big companies that are telling their employees to work, but whether or not they're going to provide masks for them, I don't know. And that is FedEx and UPS. Because you're going to have a lot of people ordering stuff online, groceries and stuff from Amazon and well, no, I can't think of what it's called now. Whole Earth Access or whatever it is, and Trader Joe's and the other companies that do groceries online. One person under investigation in Ohio. I hope that's not you, Tibor. She works at A&W and goes to college.
Artie Barsh, how you doing? Yeah, they're talking about that Red Dragon stuff.
Yeah, we're talking a little bit about it because nobody's talking about anything else. Whole Foods. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Thanks, Burning Hearth. Whole Foods. And Kathy put it right. Put it up here. Come on, show it. And most people won't disinfect their products that are delivered. Two people under watch in New Mexico, but they won't say where. Let me bring this back up here. So there we go. Yeah, they're not on the Johns Hopkins site yet, so they're not confirmed. They're just under watch. What do we got going on up here now? Oh,
kind of funny how they're kind of not telling you where everybody's at.
Yeah, King County now has 32 confirmed, along with those 9 deaths. Snohomish County, Snohomish, just north of there, has 8 confirmed. Oh, here's the new one. There's now one in Chelan, 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 Chelan County. Washington seems to be state of Washington seems to be a hot spot.
Yeah, they were saying yesterday that could be the epicenter. Epicenter or whatever you call it.
That's going to be the hot spot for us because they're farther north there, so they're going to stay cool longer. Doesn't look like any more have added. Oh yeah, a couple more added down in LA. They're up to 7. Orange County's up to 3. San Diego's at 2. So yeah, Texas still has just 2 in it. Phoenix
they should start testing like the people that do deliveries and stuff.
Yeah. Phoenix. I mean, Arizona has 2, but 2 cases, 1 recovered, so it's actually only 1 still current. And Florida has 3 cases. Ooh, what do we got up here in New York? New York has 10. All right, New York increased by 2 since yesterday. No, wait. What's this other one here? There's another little dot here. I got zoomed in. That's New Jersey. One across the river in New Jersey.
That'd be pretty sweet, Jay.
Providence 2. Massachusetts has 2.
Hey, gunslinger.
New Hampshire has 2. So, yeah, I'm looking at the numbers here. I can't see where that we went up by 5 since last night, and I can't see other than that one up in
Snohomish County.
Chelan
County.
Chelan, and 2 in Snohomish, and 1 in California. I'm still short 1 somewhere, but yeah, still just have 1 in Contra Costa County. I'm worried about Contra Costa County because that's where my wife and 2 boys are at. So, and they're 5 miles from the county health center, but they don't go downtown. So, at that part, they head over to the other areas.
Or just home seeing as much as possible.
Yeah. Well, my wife, she's working full time. She works in an office.
She can't work from home.
6 people there. She can some days, but she has to be in there to sign checks and do certain things. My youngest son, he works for a restoration company. They go around for people who have water damage, mold damage and stuff. So he has the whole Tyvek suits and everything while he's at work. And he's been stocking up on food and antibiotics and all the stuff he can get. He got a couple of these big bottles of Zicam, all the vitamins and stuff. And he's been stocking up on that for the last several weeks.
Yeah, it's like Lori said, your family's already been taught the good thing, so they'll be fine.
Yeah. But, when my wife was up here a week and a half ago, I sent back several masks for her. I'm really kicking myself in the butt from Tuesday for not grabbing all 3 boxes of the 40 packs that Home Depot had. I grabbed 1. I should have grabbed all 4 and just all 3 of them and just shipped the 1 down to her. Okay, for sure, Kathy. Everyone. They're not even checking people coming off flights from Iran. They just tell them to self-quarantine. Yeah, telling people self-quarantine is like telling people to shoot themselves in the foot. Not many are going to do it. Not yet. I haven't looked there. After this, I'm going to head back up to O'Reilly's and several other auto parts places. Oh, here he is. How long you been waiting, Scott?
Geez, seems like forever, man.
Sorry, I wasn't looking down. I was reading. I was over here working on the.
I know. I was watching
and everything.
It's all right. I'm just heating up some more for some coffee. No big deal. So,
what's up? What's the big news?
Well, I'll just give you guys an update of what's going on down here in Los Angeles, Southern California. I think, if I remember right, Governor Newsom declared a state of emergency for the whole state. What 2 weeks ago or something like that, just to kind of prepare and free up funds or whatever. But Governor Newsom's. But the counties down here, LA County just declared state of emergency yesterday. Orange County and San Diego counties had already done the declaration of emergency, and they're just trying to get ahead of it, if they're to believe what they're saying, right? So it's not all out panic down here, but it's panic. I went to the store last night. I'd been hearing about this. My buddy had gone to numerous Sam's Clubs and Costco's, as well as the Lowe's and the Home Depots. And we have large Asian communities down here. And I know one of the LA County health administrator ladies was like, we need to not make this a racial component, blah, blah. Well, I'm sorry, but it came from China, and you have a large portion of the Asian community that either know something that we all don't, or they are very, very paranoid and whatnot. And so when you go to the stores, you see a majority, especially in the Asian communities, the Costco's and the Sam's Clubs are cleaned out of water. The aisles are clean. Now, in my community, we went to Sam's Club. In my community, we have a big Asian community as well as Hispanic. I went to Sam's Club last night, as well as the the Smart and Final. Water's completely gone. I got one of the guys, one of the clerks. I was able to record him last night, and he said they got to ship a whole semi truck of water yesterday morning. It was gone within an hour. The water is gone. The rice is gone. The survival food buckets that they've been selling there, and they've had pallets of them as of up until this last weekend. Those are all gone, and all of the toilet paper is gone.
That could be panic, though.
Now, Scott.
And it's a panic. Not everybody, but there's a large portion that are already panicking down here. Now, Chris from Holly Ridge Homestead. I only have a few more minutes. I'll have to get off break, but I was messaging back and forth with Chris. Chris, I know you're I think he's still in the chat. I don't have the comments rolling, so he has sent me screenshots of Sam's Club online for out there in Louisiana. That not only is all that stuff out of stock online, but all kinds of vitamins, buckets of bleach, bleach wipes, aspirin. And there was a couple other items on there also that were out of stock, and that's in Louisiana. So people all across the country have started to ramp up their calm preparedness, as well as I guess panic. And what was interesting is the clerk said that they've put orders in, and their suppliers are out.
Yeah.
That above the Sam's Club level, at the big distribution level, they're out of water and toilet paper and rice and stuff. So there's a huge run on it across the whole country, guys. And I think people are panicking. I am not worried down here yet. I'm not stupid. I have my place in Idaho. If it really just absolute societal chaos happens and anarchy starts happening, we start seeing looting in the stores, I will load up my truck. I have enough fuel to get me to Idaho. I have my survival gear, my survival food. I've got water at my house. I've got hundreds of gallons of water. I have all kinds of stuff. I can survive. I've got plenty of ammo, all of that good stuff. So I am not with my head in the sand in any way, shape, or form. But, this was the other thing I was going to tell you. I just found out that it hasn't hit the news yet, that the Boeing plant up in the state of Washington that has 30,000 employees there.
Yeah.
They have coronavirus confirmed in the Boeing plant up there. Yeah. It hasn't hit the news yet. So, I had been kind of fired up about the whole thing, and I had posted something on Facebook and I got kind of put in place and held in check by a fantastic guy I respect. And because I had made the comment that the people that are out there in rural areas, really, what do you guys got to worry about? When I came on here last week with you, and I was pretty fired up. I'm not worried down here in Ground Zero. What do the people out in rural America got to worry about? Well, you guys all know Jeremy from Living the Dream Homestead. His wife, she works in a large retirement home company. I won't say anything past that, but that company has multiple retirement homes all over the place. Those 9 deaths they had in Washington State occurred in that company she works for. Now, she works in a different facility, but those administrators and managers travel around to different facilities all the time. What's to say they didn't bring it from that facility with the 9 deaths and bring it to the place where she works? And of anybody that's rural, it's Jeremy and Angela. They are away from people. They rarely go to town. The potential for this to reach people in rural America is real, and it's serious, and you never know where it's going to go. I figured that we'd have a huge outbreak down here in Los Angeles. Look at Washington State, of all places.
Well, Washington is also where they brought some of the staged some of the people coming in. So That's what
Well, they've been doing that all around. They did that in Texas. I mean, there was a big thing in Texas. They've done that here in California. They've done it all over the place, and people. And that's the part they're not telling people.
All right, Scott. One question here for you. When you were going around to the Sam's and Costco's and stuff, did they have a good supply of paper towels? Because the one down here I went to, they were out of toilet paper, but the entire back wall was pallets upon pallets upon pallets of paper towels.
Plenty of paper towels, which as uncomfortable as it is, you could use for toilet paper.
Yeah. The one thing this Costco, the entire thing was the Bounty selected size sheet ones where they tear the narrow ones.
That's what we use.
Tear those, fold them in half, cut them in thirds, then, and you got your heavy duty square to wipe with.
Well, okay. Well, hey, the cases of baby wipes, there's plenty of those. That's
Ooh, thank you.
Those are great.
I'm gonna pick that up, baby wipes, because I got. Hey,
I wasn't gonna.
I got grandkids down here that are in diapers.
Well, sanitary hand wipes, they work good too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that stuff. There's no run on that. You know what I'm saying? So that really kind of tells you.
Sometimes
the vitamin aisle. I did look at the vitamin aisle.
Look outside the box.
What's that?
Sometimes you gotta look, think outside the box.
Yeah, you know, I went through the vitamin aisle after Chris sent that to me, and I went through the vitamin aisle at our Sam's Club, and they still had plenty of everything, but it was obviously picked through, where they normally have cases and cases all stacked up. They were down to the last few cases, and people were definitely picking through the vitamins and vitamin C and aspirins and, you know, cold medicines and all that kind of stuff. So the panic is real.
Kathy has a question for you. Kathy asked, you got a whole kitchen in that crane?
I have a microwave because my wife, as you guys all know, by judging by my my sexy physique, my wife is a great cook, so I enjoy leftovers. No, I just have water and I have a microwave. That's all I got.
No toilet up there, huh?
No what?
Toilet.
No, it's a bucket. and plastic bags and baby wipes. That's usually the first question is, how do you get up there and what do you do when you go to the bathroom? So I'm concerned. I'm more concerned than I was last week. I actually had Brett from Broussard Homestead Marco Polo me and say, hey, okay, so anything changed since last week? And I said, yeah, a little bit. I'm definitely more concerned. I'm definitely, you know, I actually had the talk with my wife and my son last night. My son lives with us still. And we had that talk. Okay, so what are we doing here? Just so you guys know, this is how I prepared for us as a family. If it gets bad, we're all going to jump on the truck and get out of town. But I don't see it. I just don't see it happening. Let me ask you this, Gil. That, you know, there's the whole anti-government conspiracy theory thing. You know, the government's not telling us the truth. You know, we have the Obama appointees that are doing misinformation, blah, blah, blah. We know China, obviously, their communist government has shut down all information, and that's a massive disinformation machine, right? So what are we to believe here in this country? And my point to Brett was, you know, the truth won't stay hidden here in this country for very long because of this right here. They have not shut down person-to-person communication. And I guarantee you that they have somebody films a person that falls over in the street downtown Los Angeles, that video will go viral within minutes of it being posted across this country. You cannot keep information quiet in this country because they do not have a clamp down on the information. So yes, there's disinformation. Yes, we're not being told everything, but man, if it starts really getting bad. Yeah. So what's your take on that, Gil? I mean,
well,
how much do you trust?
I mentioned in the chat earlier that I had received I received a rumor from a place that I used to be associated with heavily.
Yep, I heard you say that.
Okay, yeah. So basically, there is people are documenting the fact that certain appointees from the abomination are putting out
Deliberately right.
putting out misinformation. And when it blows up, when they try to blame the president, saying that he told us to say there was nothing going on, they're ready to just flood that out there, saying, no, these guys were told to do, we're talking about it. There is rumors of specific emails and memos that have been saved and sent to private email servers that were not marked confidential or top secret or anything.
Right.
So they're out there ready to be released when the demons try to pull their hat trick, and hopefully there's enough of it and it'll get out there fast enough that it'll backfire on them so fast.
Insane.
But yeah, there is
These people need to be
a lot of crap going on out there.
Right.
With the people.
I'll give you guys a live view of the Santa Monica Bay and the current state of what's happening here. Absolutely nothing. people are doing what they're doing. I mean, it's just, I don't see hordes of zombies, virus infected zombies. Anyway, it is what it is. I mean, be prepared, calm preparedness. If it really does hit the fan, all the people that have done nothing and are going to go run into the nearest store for anything at all.
Yeah. Now that's something the big box stores are out of toilet paper. What about your neighborhood grocery stores?
Absolutely. I was just going to bring that up, that the Lowe's and Home Depots often stock pallets of water as well for the construction guys. And that'll be the secondary. People start picking up on that. We had a guy that my wife knew from where she works, and he's like, what are you guys doing here? And we were like, oh, we're just picking up a few extra cases of water bottles, which we didn't do because there weren't any. But he's like, oh yeah, oh well, I'm just going to use my garden hose if it comes to that. I'm like, oh really? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, how long is the water going to stay on if it hits the fan?
Yeah.
That was a fascinating, ignorant remark on his part, I thought, but it was fascinating. How long is the water going to stay on?
Well, what kind of people think like that?
Yeah, how can his garden hose water is separate from his house water? Not.
Yeah. How long is that going to happen? How long is the power going to stay on if it really hits the fan? If we have a China epidemic here, societal anarchy will happen. Absolutely.
Okay. Jay is saying that the Walmart in Missouri was low on Clorox, cleaning cloths, and Lysol. Now the Costco in Pocatello, where we were at on Tuesday, had the 4-pack of Clorox wipes down there, and they had several pallets of Clorox bleach, and stuff. So that part hadn't been hit yet there.
Right. But we still have some of that around in some of our places, but
yeah. The other thing to consider too is some of the places you can get like a 30-gallon or the 55-gallon blue water barrel still.
Yeah.
I don't think they've jacked their prices up yet. You check around. You get one of those and you get a filter and you just fill it up right while your tap water's good. You just fill it up, put a couple tablespoons of bleach in there, and non-scented bleach, and you're good to go. And actually, I want to put that link up there again. Put the link from the Clorox site talking about the bleach stuff.
Right. I need to add some bleach. I have 2 55-gallon drums of water. There were food grade barrels I bought for that. I need to add some bleach. It's been a while since I put any bleach in there. I put some in when I first filled them up a while back, but I've really been meaning to actually empty those and put fresh hose water in there. Did I just say fresh hose water?
Fresh water.
But I can see there's no. I mean, they're white barrels, so I can tell there's nothing growing in them. They're still white and clear. So
as long as you keep them in a cool, dark place, it should be fine.
Yeah, that's where they've been in my garage. So and I've got a pump for it and everything. I planned on that was Holy smokes. I'm going to say a good solid 10 plus years ago that I did that. That was before the Obama years.
Yeah.
I got that water supply before the Obama years.
Okay.
But yeah,
All
you
right.
got to have something. I mean, you just got to be prepared with something.
Yeah, let me
There's
go
a
ahead and
lot of
do this
people out
here.
there that are not even thinking about anything.
All right, put the rest of that in there. Okay,
Yeah.
it cut off my post. So
That's
here's
what I keep telling everybody. The people like us, I just stand there and sit at home and laugh at the TV because people are stupid.
Yeah.
all right. So let me grab this here. So here's the link for I put in there off the thing the one thing what it said. I'm actually going to put the full link in here now for the from the Clorox site for them telling how to use Clorox to sanitize your water. And like the one says, it says if the water is cloudy, double the recommended dosage. Not only recommend double the dosage, double the time before you use it.
Ah,
Make sure
interesting.
that time to. They didn't say it about the time. But that's something I've always known for years. You not only double the dosage, you double the time to give it a chance to work fully. If you got cloudy water, you're trying to sanitize.
Do they give you an amount? I thought it was for a 55-gallon drum. It was approximately a quarter of a cup.
You
would be
can go
enough.
online and get a scale and and print it out.
Okay,
Right.
basically,
I think you're right.
half a teaspoon per 5 gallons of water. So do the
A
math.
half a teaspoon per 5?
For 5 gallons, a half a teaspoon.
Teaspoon or tablespoon?
Teaspoon.
Oh, that's not very much at all.
No, it's like 8 drops of water, 8 drops of bleach per gallon. But you take so basically that's going to be 10. So that's going to be about 11, 12 teaspoons per which is about a half a cup per
no way.
Or a quarter cup. But
Is it about a quarter cup?
About a quarter cup,
Okay.
11 teaspoons.
Okay, so that was right. I was right. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Which is
I don't want to give out bad info.
Now I may be wrong here. Correct me on the side chat there. It's 4 teaspoons per tablespoon. The ladies out there that know that. If it's 4 teaspoons per tablespoon, so basically it's 4 tablespoons.
I know Kathy knows.
Of
well, Tyler says if you get too much bleach in there, you can always turn the water between the buckets and it will off gas it.
Yeah, and that's the thing is once you store it up, what you do is you fill your barrel half full. You put your bleach in, then you add the rest of your water. That way, it agitates it and it circulates it all up.
Oh, I hadn't done that. That's a good idea.
And then you go ahead and put the top on, keep particles out of it, and then after 24 hours, release it. So and then that way any of the gas sitting on the surface can off gas, get fresh air in there, close it back up. And you're good. Oh, Kathy says 3 teaspoons per tablespoon. So that would be
okay.
So that would be then 4 tablespoons. About 4 tablespoons per or 4.5 tablespoons per 55-gallon thing. So if you're putting it for long-term storage, you can go ahead and put a quarter cup of bleach in there.
Yeah.
Let it sit. It's going to off gas. It's going to do its stuff. Yeah, and it's going to purify, kill all the bacteria in there, and then it's just going to dissipate itself.
Yeah. Well, everything I told you guys, because I videoed all that stuff. When I get home, Olivia's working late tonight, so I'll get to be home and free to do what I want. So I'm going to put that video together and just kind of give it a current state of affairs, what's going on down here. So I'll put that up tonight.
And if you guys have the 55-gallon barrels or the 30-gallon barrels full of water, and you've had them for a year or two, water does not go bad. If you're worried about it and you want to put some more bleach in it a little bit to make sure it's sanitized, you can do that. But if you go to like a Walmart or a pet store and you get one of those aerating stones and the little air pump and the hose, so it'll reach down to the bottom. You just put that, when you go before you use it, put that down in there and just let it re-aerate the water, because the water is all the air is going to, after a couple of years, it's going to come out of the water. So the water is going to be really flat and nasty tasting. You re-aerate it, and bring back the taste to it.
Huh? That's interesting. I hadn't heard that before.
All right, and Kathy says 4 tablespoons equals a quarter cup.
4 tablespoons. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're effectively if you do a quarter cup, you're effectively just adding 1 extra tablespoon, which isn't a whole lot. So.
Or not really, because if there's 3, 12, 3, and like I said, it's if you're doing long-term storage on it for it, and that's how you're prepping it, it's not a deal. If you're going to be sanitizing, a 55-gallon barrel full of water and plan to use it next week, hey, a week is still not a deal. It's gonna you shake it around a little bit, get all, and let it off gas, and you'll be fine. Because I'm talking about putting the bleach in there, waiting a half hour or so to sterilize, or an hour to sterilize the water, and then drinking it. Well, if you wait a week, you're fine.
Right. Now I'm gonna be honest. It's been I don't know how many years I've had that water in those barrels, and I honestly haven't touched it. And they recommend changing it every year, and I haven't touched it. So that's going to be one of my up and coming videos, is pulling that thing out and checking it out and seeing what it looks like. And
I would just put bleach in it. I would get rid of it.
Yeah, unless you're going to put it on the garden.
Oh yeah, I'll dump it out in the yard and then water the grass for sure. But I have one of those MSR, filter backpack filters, so
those are good.
I use one of those all the time to filter whatever I have, and that's what I was planning on using anyway. But regardless of how clean or how recent the water is, of course you can always boil it for a little bit too. But anyway, well, that's the current state. That was the news down here. It was interesting how Washington State is way hotter of a zone than it is down here in California. I fully expected Los Angeles, as well as San Francisco, which are international destinations for Asian countries to fly, and we have huge communities here. I certainly expected there to be a bigger problem down here than it is, unless they're completely hiding the problem. I'm definitely concerned about what's happening with that Boeing plant up in Washington, because if 30,000 people got infected and they went home with all that, we're going to see a big problem in Washington.
I wonder which plant it was. Did you know find out what plant it was?
No.
They have 3 different plants there. So they have one right in Seattle. They have one up in Everett, and then there's another one north of there.
I was told it was the one in Everett. So that's coming from somebody that works really close to somebody that works there. That they have that, and they haven't released the information yet. Okay, you might reach out to them and just say, "Hey, I'm hearing somebody's in your plant."
Reach out and see what they have to say.
Yeah. So be prepared for sure. Well, break is over. I got to go back to work, guys. I will definitely be seeing you guys again tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow night, Joe?
Tomorrow night is it's what is off grid.
Oh yeah.
Discuss what is off grid.
Well, I'd love to chat with you for that if you'll have me. Go ahead.
Yeah, same time.
All right, guys, have a great day.
We're gonna get that
I'll keep listening.
Out of this level 5.
So I just did a number count here. So Washington has 41 confirmed cases. California has 39 confirmed cases. Washington has 10 deaths. California has 1 death. So that's the fun stuff going on there. And it says I got 24 watching now and 17 likes. Cool.
Hit that like button, you guys.
But we can travel through international. Okay, I guess Ryan's traveling or something. Ryan the gamer. There's a new story on employees that don't hold that on Yahoo. That employers don't have to hold your job if the Red Dragon breaks lives and the government tells everyone to stay home and self-isolate.
Now he says
Yeah.
the Army's been ordered to prepare for the worst in Canada.
Yeah. Catching up on the chat here, some of the good things that were posted there, guys. Sorry we were going on there. People that have rain gutters to catch rain and stuff are a lot less stressed, but still, in certain areas, first rain that comes off the roof there, during a storm, you want is washing whatever dust is off there.
You're not going to hit it, Grumpy? Fine, slap it.
Yeah, I like it. Like what Tibor said here. The news will be all over somebody looting a TV, but this run on supplies, crickets, chirp, chirp. Yeah. So, there's a lot of interesting things going on with it. So, yeah, I got to get out to Sam's Club, get more baby wipes, and yeah, we got 3 of those big Costco package, Sam's Club packages of toilet paper, but that gives us 3 months, maybe 4 months worth of toilet paper here.
Yeah, I would encourage everybody to get those baby wipes.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well, wait till I hit that
butt
first.
with for months,
Yeah.
years. Be good on your butt too.
Something else that is still available on Amazon, the Cottonelle flushable wipes. That way you don't have to use as much as you wipe with this first, and then use the dry stuff afterwards. That way you don't use as much dry. Yes, that's what I'm waiting for. And they'll probably be the ones you'll see first doing it will be on the One America News and then Fox. CNN will forbid their people to do it. But everybody behind the scenes will be in full gear, but the ones on camera won't be. Yeah. So yeah, that's what kind of what's going on there right now. I'm looking at the stuff here. Yeah, the big problem is if those put in place by the abomination,
there's not that many left.
Down lower in the health departments and stuff. Yeah, there is a lot. That were then they're trying to give out misinformation on the don't wear masks. Masks aren't important because they're sending out emails from the federal level to the state and cities and counties to tell them, oh, put this out. They should not be wearing masks. Some of those emails have been archived for later release. And so
I don't know. I haven't heard any of that stuff. I hate to put out stuff that I don't know about.
Well, see, that's the thing is, though, I'm getting information from where I used to work because they're calling me to verify some of the tactical response plans I wrote up for pandemics. So they're verifying stuff with me. I go, well, hey, I no longer work here. They say, you got to give me something if you want me to give you something. And so I'm getting information from them. Jay, that is funny. They put that one up there. Here is our new on the street report over the latest. Take it away, Darth Vader. But all right, I think we kind of beat this to death here for now. I hope everybody, get your normal preps. As you should have your normal stuff already. Yeah. So, your normal, you should have your food, your medications, You should have your safety gloves, all that stuff you should have already. This is, all that stuff is not just for a pandemic. Okay. You can use it for other stuff. And I'm sorry if I'm seeming sarcastic, because I've heard people on some YouTube channels says, oh, you got to get out and get water just for the pandemic. No, you need to have water for any type of emergency. Oh, you got to have this just for the pandemic. No, you need toilet paper for any situation.
Yep, any kind of SHTF event. Gonna have to have food, water, and clothing, and plenty of water.
Yeah. Jay, if you're talking to me turning about those that are saving those emails for release, no, because when those that are sending out those emails telling the counties and states to say, hey, they don't need to worry now, yes, it'll come back on those guys that are putting out the misinformation. All right, Scott, you're not worried about Orange County where I am? Well, let's see. I'm not here talking to me or somebody else. Let's see here what we got here. Okay, but Orange County has 3 cases. Downtown LA or Los Angeles County has 7 cases. It's warming up down there, Scott. That should slow it down where you're at also. We hope. Most of the coronaviruses are slowed down by the heat and can't take the heat. So basically, we're hoping for a hot summer, guys, or a hot, when spring gets for a hot spring to kill this thing off. Yeah. Yeah, Scott. Scott's poking fun at her. All right, you got it now. Okay, yeah. All right. But yeah, we a couple of weeks ago I picked up a couple extra cases of the Bounty toilet paper as well too. So it's the one ship. Jay, Dave and I have been saying that for at least a month. The information we had from what was being reported from China, what was accidentally being reported from China on the one website, and then suddenly, 6 hours later, when the morning shift came on in the People's Republic Party, whatever, go, oh, take that down, that's wrong, and they suddenly drop the numbers down, sometimes by half, sometimes by 10. Yeah. Well, the ones popping up around the equator, correct me if I'm wrong, Tibor, like down in Mexico and stuff, those are from people traveling. They're not getting a bunch popping up, just 1 or 2. Because the one I see down here, there's in Mexico, it reports as having, 5 cases down in Mexico near San Luis Potosí, Potosí. All right, but I don't see any farther down, south of there, down to Mexico City or down farther. Don't see any in Honduras, down in Central America at all.
Probably not being reported around Mexico City, because my niece has a boyfriend that lives in Mexico, and he says that there's cases all over the place down there. And he lives in Mexico City.
All right. Now, are they confirmed cases or just cases of people?
He said that they're not talking about it down there.
Yeah, it could be that people are just really sick and they're trying to get test kits to test them. But the only country I see, all right, there's there. All right. So Ecuador has 10 cases confirmed. And then Brazil has 4 cases confirmed. Going down, Argentina has 1 case and Chile has 1 case. So, yeah, so you have 4, So we have 16 cases in all of South America, none in Central America, and then you have Mexico has 5 confirmed cases, 1 recovered, so they have 4 existing. So it's going to be hard to see what happens. It's going to be hard to guess. This is trying to predict. This one is like throwing darts at a dartboard over your shoulder with a mirror.
Throwing crap against the wall and seeing what sticks.
No, just trying to hit. You're trying to hit the right thing, trying to predict it, hit the right one, and you're going over your shoulder throwing a dart. Numbers in the U.S. Okay. Let's see. Say here. Yeah. All right. Here's the thing: is to on the map here. I'm going to throw the link up here for everybody again for the John Hopkins map. Hopefully that link works. Okay. And it end right. F6. Okay. It looks like it took it all. I hope it took it all. So this link here doesn't show in California, Travis Air Force Base, and all the people that are there at the Air Force Base. It doesn't show the people in Kansas at the base there. You add up all the numbers in California, in the United States, does not come up to the, close to that 162. So there are cases around that they're not putting on the map because they're not from that community. They're being quarantined on a military base, so they're not giving out that information. So that number could actually even be higher of those actually in those quarantine groups that are sick, that are not being put out there for public release, the numbers. So yeah, Jay, you could be very well right on that. Especially when you consider that those on that plane, there are a couple of those planes that went to Alaska. People were kept together. They were tested up there. They were put back on a plane. It flew down here. And then when it got down here in one of the bases, they found, somebody tested positive that had tested negative on the others up in Alaska. Well, that tells me that somebody on that flight was asymptomatic and was contagious and giving it to everybody. And then somebody finally showed up the symptoms. If you remember back, we were talking about what happened in Germany. There was the business person from China that came for a meeting, was there for several days, had contact with this one person 2 days. Then they went back to China. The person that they had in Germany had contact with them for 2 days, had contact with another person on the second day. Okay. That's the only time he had contact with that person. This person got it from this person. This person became asymptomatic in 24 hours. He did not come down with symptoms, though, for a couple more days. So you can be contagious before you show symptoms. That's what's scary about this. So yeah, I wasn't concerned about SARS. I wasn't concerned about the swine flu. I wasn't concerned about MERS or bird flu. This one has me concerned, not panicking, guys, concerned, because there's too much misinformation being put out by Democrats trying to set the president up. You're right, Tibor. They're not always updated together. Let me look at the other one here real quick. I'm going to look at the Roy Lab. Coronavirus, Roy Lab. And see what Roy Lab says for the United States. Now, Roy Lab is a little bit quicker on the ball for their stuff, because theirs is a live broadcast that's been going on for quite a while. All right, it says the U.S. is at 176. And oh, yeah, because Johns Hopkins says only 162. So Roy Lab has the U.S. at 176. So we got 14 more being reported by Roy Lab, which means Johns Hopkins should be updating shortly. So that's 176. And they got now Roy Lab has 9 people having been, quote, recovered, not 8. But they still have the 11 deaths. So let me come down here to this. I'm going to update my spreadsheet. And this is 176. And put this out here. Change that to a 9 recovered. Okay, that puts us down at a death rate currently, according to Roy Labs, of we dropped 2.9%, so we're down to 55%. And this is at 11/20 on the 5th, 3-5. So this is what I have here, folks. So this is the new numbers I just got off of Roy Lab. So we've dropped 2.9% on the death rate, which is good. We need, if more people start, if they get more people that are truly recovered, this will start dropping even more. So, but let's just say, yeah, Hidden Valley, yes. There are people that have getting sick again after they've been cured of it. Problem is, those people that are getting sick again after having been cured, I'm not sure whether or not they tested them after all their symptoms went away to find out whether or not the virus was out of their system. They've actually found some people that they released, found they had to, they had a test come back on them that they were still contagious. They re-isolated them. So if someone is, quote, cured, is not, they may be not showing any symptoms, but they may still have the active virus in their system. And if they get out, they're still contagious then. And then they could actually, have a relapse because they were never fully cured. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you're right, Scott. Yeah, Lou, that's a good question. I was going to go sign up to do that, but I changed my mind. Okay, I haven't heard that, Howie. Howie says apparently once infected and always a carrier. I hope not. I'm just gonna put that back. That scares me. If a person, it will always be a carrier once they're infected. That scares me. Oh, we got good news here. Thousands have switched parties and registered at Let's Make America Great Again rallies. Yeah, T-Board, take care of your wife. Take care of her. Topics, what's on your mind? If you have something you want to talk about, gardening, whatever, hey, we'll roll with it. right now everybody seems to be content talking about the red dragon. Thanks, Ryan, for the update. Yeah, he says we got 22 watching and 19 likes. Yeah, we've been talking the red dragon. We don't call it the. We don't use the beer name for it. Oh, I gotta show you guys something. I gotta show you something, guys. This is funny. Give me a second here. Someone sent this to me on Facebook, so I've got to bring it up here and show you guys. All right, I want documents. I want my yes. I want. Okay, you ready for this, guys? You ready, Will?
Yep.
Here it comes. Here it comes. That awkward moment when you come face to face with the corona bug. Yeah. Got to keep a sense of humor about stuff, folks.
Gotta keep that open mind.
Yeah, Lou, there is a possibility that it will reoccur, especially since it's made its way down to South America. As people, and it may go into quote hibernation during the summertime up here, or the numbers may drop really low, and it may return with a vengeance like the Spanish
In a
flu
year.
did.
One of the scientists that I was watching on TV said that even if we get this under control within a year, there could be another one coming in right behind it. That will be worse.
Okay. All right. Downstairs, when I talked out in the very beginning, most of you didn't hear this. My middle grandson, Aiden, was there's a gate, a child gate between the living room, dining room, and the kitchen. And it's heavy, and it has a little button on the side. You slide the button over, and then you can lift up on the latch. So it's like this, and it slides over, you lift up on the gate. Well, he figured out that, he can pick up on the gate because, we're going through and doing stuff. He'll come behind us, pick it up, and close it for us, being a good boy. And he'll run over there sometimes and pull the button back so we can lift it off. But we figured out that, hey, I'm strong enough now at 3 1/3. I can pick the gate up with one hand and slide the button and get out. Well, so this morning I went to Home Depot, got a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood, made a 4-foot gate in the 4-foot by 42-inch gate in the doorway there. And then I went and cut a small hole in the bottom that was 7 inches by 8 inches for the cats to go through. My daughter just handed me a note. Aiden just squeezed through the cat hole in the gate. So I'm gonna have to put a piece I cut out. I'm gonna have to put it back over and just lower it down a little bit so the cats can squeeze under, but he can't. Man, that kid is just too.
He's wired up.
No, he's just too much. I mean, he's smart. He climbs. He practically climbs the bare walls with his, using his fingers and toes, and he's just so okay. Tibor, we were suspecting this. Do you have a link to a news story that collaborates this? Because I want to see the news link so I can put that out there if that's true. Dave and I have been suspecting this for a couple of weeks now, that it's 2 different versions out there. Nope, I got to dig for it. Okay. All right. I will have to dig for it. Anybody else wants to dig for it too, dig for it. So
I'm gonna have to jump out of here. My battery's dying.
all right.
It's not letting me cooperate. I've tried a couple of different things. I'll try to get back into the side chat for you.
Two.
Nice chatting with you guys.
Let me see up here. All right, let me pull this up. Hang on, I'm looking here. Two different two. VIR virus. See what that says. See if there's any news on that. Two cases. That's 6 days ago. That's international flights. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of digging afterwards to see if I can find that. All right, bye, Howie. Take it easy. Oh, bottom of the Roy Lab. Okay. When they scan, when they're scanning, they'll get over there. Okay. So yeah, it's I just have to let it cycle through the whole thing. All right, so I'll be watching that later. Anybody else sees it, But if you can find a news article on it, about two variants of the coronavirus, be interesting to have that to be able to do stuff on that. All right, prep setting with Nana. Take it easy. All right. Yeah. Oh man. So, all right. Anybody have anything else? Something more lighthearted and okay, hang on. All right. Dark Prosperity and Dr. John said two different strains. Okay. A Park Prosperity. All right. So, yeah. We all, one thing that we know about the viruses, they mutate. People start taking some drugs for it, and they don't take all the drugs they're supposed to take, and so it mutates a little bit trying to survive. Peak prosperity. Okay, peak prosperity. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I got too much stuff around here I need to do. Oh man. I got to work in the basement to set up the a greenhouse down there. Get it going. I got other work to do down there. Yeah. Okay, that's way behind. Get that one live. Okay. So let me refresh that one. No, just my list is very long of to do stuff around here. A lot of it I couldn't do because there was too much snow on the ground. I need to have clear ground to do it. Cool, everybody. All right. So Southern Ohio Prepping, if you didn't see the live last night, go check it out. He's got a laser engraving tool and for burning into wood and stuff and making real cool stuff. For making coasters and key fob taps with you can do his channel and stuff on it, or he can do your own if you send him the stuff work, but it's he's got his first order to make coasters, so cool. And he just set that up yesterday. Alicia. Oh, yeah. So yeah, I gotta do work down in the basement here to get the one area cleaned out and get it set up so I can put some shelves up down there to set up for a seed tray, a little greenhouse for seed trays and stuff. And then some of the plants, when they get bigger, we'll move them into the 1 gallon containers and then upgrade them from there. So that because last year we had a really nasty freeze in June, late June. So, okay. Italy. $144 death, 414. We throw that onto the list here, onto the data sheet. Okay, so we got, actually what I need to do is I need to take this one here, cut, put it down below. Give me some more spaces down here. Okay, and where was that? There it is. So it's 148. $414. Okay, so their Italy's death rate has dropped another 1.5 percentage point from last night. So that's good. All right, I'll check with them, see what I find on that as well. Let me hit save. Keep my data there on there. Virus. Let's see what that says. Okay, everything I see here on it just says that their Boeing is shares details of Corona plan to boost worker safety. Boeing cuts travel amid coronavirus scare. Okay, here we go. Let's just say here. I may have something here to share with you guys here. No, it just says coronavirus in the Seattle area. Not at the Amazon recommends Seattle and Bellevue employees work remotely until the end of March. That's their paper pushers. They're office workers on that one, not the delivery people. So, yeah, one of the Presbyterian churches up there has canceled events when after someone in their community, in their congregation, tested positive. Wow. All right. Well, guys, I got to go do some stuff downstairs there, take care of that hole. And it's been a nice hour and 40 minutes. So just on the last bit here, tomorrow, Will, what's your you're doing a live stream tomorrow at 1, is that correct? What's it gonna, if you are, what's it gonna be about? Throw that up there. Then tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time is the Friday night special, and we're going to be discussing what is off-grid. What is it? What is it really? And what are different things about off-grid? People are adding to it, to considering it now. So that's tomorrow night for Friday night special, and then on Saturday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Survival Saturday is shelters, where you make your bed. Having shelters in natural and other and non-natural disasters, and so we'll talk about backup shelters and stuff like that. All right, and so where did Will put it up there? I was looking at the schedule. Is it at 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, Will? Tomorrow on Friday? I know it's 3 o'clock on Saturday. I believe it's 1 o'clock tomorrow for Southern for just in time prepping's thing tomorrow at 1. I know he's on at 3 on Saturday, 2 hours before my 5 o'clock one. All righty, everyone. Thanks for coming and checking it out. Remember, stay happy, stay safe, stay prepared, and don't panic. All right. And if you need to get gloves or masks, check your hardware stores and your auto parts stores. You'd be surprised what they have there. All righty, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.